GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
To our final topic of the night in our final recap, talking about the Ring City card that was on Thursday. Now, if you're not familiar with Ring City USA, yeah, they had their first card. I believe it was last month. Well, Ring Card is just basically functioning as a non-political show for up-and-coming talent. Basically, somewhat similar to what Friday Night Fights was, or Tuesday Night Fights, or stuff like that. You know, I mean, basically any show that's not, dominated or controlled by a promoter.
But a competitive fight, though.
Competitive fights, especially, and this is something that's on NBC Sports Network.
Not getting no damn 500-1 favorite.
Yeah, none of that bullshit.
At least not in the main event.
Facts. And so far, and for the most part, their fights have actually been pretty competitive. Well, the first one wasn't too competitive how it played out, but they've been getting better fights, and the women have actually been on there, actually throwing some fades on there. So it's actually a good show. But this one on Thursday was on point. This one was in Puerto Rico. Where you have.
That's one thing I like, the whole Street Fighter aspect of being in different locations.
Yeah, and this time the promoter, this was Miguel Cotto's and Ivan Calderon's fighters. They were the head promoters of that. So they had some talent on the undercard. I'll just blow through the undercard really quick. You had Danielito Zorrilla and Ruslan Medeev. They were the opener, and that was an interesting fight that unfortunately ended in a technical decision due to a legal shot that had Zorrilla, kind of concussed. And then you had Brian Chevalier and Carlos Zambrano, have an entertaining scrap where it ended with a third round brutal body shot knockout of Zambrano. And then the main event though was, this one had legs. Serhii Bohachuk and Brandon Adams. Now they were supposed to initially fight on the first Ring City card. This was supposed to kick it off, but Bohachuk I think caught COVID. So Brandon Adams fought somebody else, and Bohachuk, when he got back, he fought somebody else. And was that?
I was saying Bowser, like I remember the Bowser costume.
Yeah, Bowser.
This time he came with the Mortal Kombat Scorpion.
Yes, just like us, he was probably like, "Yo, this trailer is dope, so let me pay homage." See, and
you have to win a fight when you dress up as Scorpion. You can't lose.
No, you can't.
Come into the ring as Scorpion.
Hell no. And obviously this is a fight at 154. If you heard, we've sung the praises of 154. Even not just the high level 154 fights, but fights with prospects. And Brandon Adams, obviously, he's not just any prospect. I mean, dude was the contender champion and stuff like that, and he's been, and I know his last loss, of course, was probably his most known fight against Jamal Charlo, which he gave a very good account of himself, really. In hindsight, it's
definitely like when you see the type of firepower, Big Charlo has.
Yeah, and Brandon Adams,
he didn't get the knockout because we've seen Brandon Adams hurt, stabbed and bad before too.
Yeah, and Brandon, he took everything that Charlo had and didn't take a step back. And he low key made Jamal Charlo look bad too. On top of that, I mean, low key. But yeah, so it was like, I mean, he began his way, and Bohachuk is 18-0 with 18 knockouts still. So, dude, although dude was not really a power puncher, more like he's a volume puncher, as in dude has
heavy-handed volume puncher because he definitely has power, like. But there's no triple G power. I don't even think it's Spence power.
No, it's just when you're heavy-handed and then you throw it at his volume, everything becomes hard at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You feel that power.
He does throw a wide variety of shots. Like he has a loose arsenal. Like That's one thing I give him credit for. Like, you know, he throws a good uppercut. He had good hooks. He double up on right hands.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the offense was on point. He was the favorite.
Yeah, and this whole fight, yo, the fucking fight was just offense, like from rip. Like they didn't even there was no fucking around. Like they started throwing shots. But one thing that was established early though was Bohachuk was throwing his usual combinations, and then Brandon Adams would respond, but he would end it with hooks because he was punching in between his shots, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, Bohachuk should really practice some defense. Like you can't be eating hooks like that. Like he was eating clean hooks.
Yeah, see that loose offense he had.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, either them hooks is gonna add up, or he has an Oliver McCall ass chin. He
wasn't bringing the right hand back.
Mm-hmm.
He was dropping the right hand in them exchanges.
Yeah, and he let Adams hit him over and over clean again, like but his work rate kept him in the fight though. His work rate, I mean, he was ahead on the fight. Like
he came back because look, like remember Adams was winning early.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, damn, I know I'm gonna fuck up his name. What's his name again?
Bohachuk.
Bohachuk.
Yeah.
Then Bohachuk kind of upped up his work rate. And
yeah.
He started pushing Brandon Adams back.
Yeah, and also too, one thing to mention too is like they had footing problems because that ring for whatever, because it was humid over there. So sometimes you couldn't tell if they were being staggered by a shot or they was just slipping, or the ring was just
footing.
Yeah, it was just bad footing because of the humidity.
Well, I mean, he did start swinging the fight in his direction though. Like Bohachuk, like I think by the fourth round, it had already swung to his pace. Like his defense was leaky enough, and Adams ain't never give up. So he kept himself in the fight with that left hook.
Absolutely, yeah.
And his offense and pressure was still sporadic enough to get that punch on, because it's not. He was still landing right hands too.
He was. Absolutely.
But the hooks just got the best reaction.
Yeah, and the eighth round I remember where basically when he landed the hook in the eighth round, that pretty much ended the fight. I thought Bohachuk had slipped on the canvas again because they were slipping so much, like you couldn't really tell if niggas was really hurt or not. But once I saw the dude did like a stutter step, I was like, okay, he's hurt. And then Adams jumped on him too. Like Adams didn't waste no time, but Adams was having issues too because as he was moving in, he was slipping. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's like, yo, don't let this dude slip when he's trying to finish this guy. But luckily Adams smartly gave himself some space. Like he had him in the ropes, pinning the ropes. But he took a step back. And then he was able to land another fight-ending left hook, and that shit was sickening too. Like he stepped back and threw it, boom! Like Bohachuk's head snapped all the way fuck back. Like it was like fucking linguine, bam!
Dude crumpled, fell.
Yeah.
He's balled up a piece of paper, like fuck it, and he's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, dude was smiling too. I couldn't tell if he was smiling because he was out of it or smiling because they got him.
I think a little bit of both, because you could tell that guy likes to fight. Like he was even, promoting his fight real good too. Like, dude, although this was a real good fight, like fuck that. Yeah,
it was. And frankly, he actually got up too, and I thought he was kind of steady on his feet, but I guess the ref probably looked in his eyes and was like, nah, bruh, like no one is home. I gotta stop this.
Yeah, he was done. I didn't like his legs, like unless you're you trying to be you need a Jorge Cota knockout from
you want like you're
Charlo.
Or like what Doug Fisher likes to say, like if you're a bloodthirsty ghoul, like you want you want someone to be carried out on a fucking stretcher or some shit like that after they absorb the bomb.
I'm a bloodthirsty ghoul. Fuck that. I deserve to see someone killed in the ring. I deserve to see Hokuto Shinken, Fish to the North Star techniques. I deserve to see Street Fighter uppercuts and like the fuck, like calm down, bro. Like dude was out. Like
yeah. So but big props to Brandon Adams now, because now obviously coming back, because he was down like 68-64, I believe, like on a couple of the cards. I think like another card by like 2 or something like that. So yeah, he needed that knock, because he wasn't gonna win it on the cards unless he knocked it down a couple of times. So yeah, that was fucking impressive, and
that's his career win right there to me.
Yeah, it definitely is too. I know now the big thing. I know
the Mosley win is going to grow better over time.
Absolutely, and I know now the rumors are like, hey, we should try to make a fight with Charles Conwell, and I would absolutely, I'd say, yeah, that fight needs to happen. Like, make that
fight of the year.
Yeah, Conwell fights on the platform too, I believe. So yeah, make it fight. Like 154 has enough live cats on there to make that shit happen. You know what I mean? Like, if not on the first tier, it's definitely the second tier type of fighters. Like Madrimov or Tim Zhu or any of them cats. There's a lot of them.
Hungry guys that want to fight for some reason.
Yeah.
I can't remember seeing a stinker on Ring City yet.
No, absolutely not. They fight, believe me.
like all the fights have been mid to good.
Yeah, and then also too, and just to bring up their next couple fights, they have a fight. Their next card is on the 18th, also in Puerto Rico, where they have Alberto Machado and Hector Tanahara in the main event. That's gonna be some shit. And then the week after that one, they got Amanda Serrano facing Daniela Bermudez, and then another good fight. That's the actual main event, a women's fight. So, like I said, you guys gotta support. You definitely gotta support Ring City, because they will do 50-50 fights. They're in the business of putting on competitive fights on their network, on this show.
Yeah, it's the most consistent.
They're making all the fights happen, huh?
Yeah.
It's like there's no need to marinate the fight. You are the marinade. Come out to the Waffle House parking lot right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, and they put it obviously in the exotic locations. Like the next cards are gonna be in Puerto Rico, and like the other ones before, they were at Wild Card Gym on the outside, where you could actually hear the cars and shit driving by. Had me feel like it was fucking River City Ransom or some shit like that.
See, that was dope though. That just had that whole Streets of Rage vibe.
Yeah. Or if you're a wrestling fan, it had the feel of a shotgun Saturday night, the old school shotgun Saturday night. So, and I definitely you don't need no frou ass shit. Just live ass environment. And just let fighters be fighters.
It's the most consistent matchups right now for boxing. Like the PBC Fox cards have been terrible.
Yeah,
they've been accidentally good. Darrell and Davis, that was an accidental good fight. Let's be honest. Pure accidental good fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And then of course, PBC Showtime has obviously been more hit than miss. Obviously, I think really they only stumbled on one card, and then the Zones card.
Try a little harder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Zone or PBC Showtime?
PBC Showtime.
Oh, okay, yeah. Try a little harder, and then, but I have no smoke for them though. And then obviously, you have the Zones cards where both Matchroom and Golden Boy cards have been pretty on point, actually. For the most part, and of course, obviously we got one.
Besides the Canelo card was trash.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. I almost forgot. You know me. I don't
let them off the hook. Like you kind of just glazed over that shit. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, because I try, sometimes I try to keep bad cards out of my mind, and I like to focus on good cards. Which
like almost feel like I had more smoke for PBC Showtime than you did, and it's like you always be hating on PBC.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say hating. You be
I'm very hyper vigilant.
Extremely intolerant.
I'm just hyper. Let's just say if someone is saying something that doesn't really match the reality of the situation during the PBC card, I kind of get on my. I kind of.
Your PBC tolerance is at a very all-time low.
Yeah.
Well, for PBC Fox it is. There's morons in that area. I'm sorry. But PBC Showtime, I'm giving them their props because at least on paper, like if they're on paper but it doesn't play out the way it is, I'm not gonna really fault them all.
That shit's still mid. It's so much better than Fox. We just happy because we're boxing fans and we'll take it, but they shit hasn't been no damn mind blowing away either.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. And like I said, when I say this,
you could take fights from the previous years and name them right now, and we would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. And then obviously, Top Rank cards right now are part of the biggest high profile cards right now. Top Rank has actually been on fucking point, and they work with less, So it's like, it's weird how that works for Top Rank sometimes, But yeah, it's just like, obviously on our next podcast we'll focus in on a preview because we know we have in our case a super fight. If you're a real Bucks fan, to talk about, of course, with Choco Tito and Estrada 2, the rematch, and we'll talk about that on our next podcast, though. So yeah, can't wait to get into that one. But Ring City, keep doing what you're doing, man. We appreciate the effort, the matchmaking that's going on today. We appreciate all the promoters that are working together, just to get their fighters the airtime that they need.
An example for the promoters to work together.
Exactly. So we could try to get out of this bubble. This promoter bubble that boxing is actually in. So
remember, it's an entertainment sport. It's a business.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could put the fans first a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Take the steak out the oven, a little earlier. Take it off the pot, take it off the stove a little sooner. You got to marinate everything.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, I think that's it on our Ring City, recap and stuff like that. So I guess we can go. Do we have anything else we can go into our final thoughts?
I got one more thing to say before we get into the final thoughts.
Okay.
Who y'all want to see Tony Yoka fight next?
Oh God.
And we've all seen the fight. Tony Yoka. Honestly, right now, I'm not sold on that dude. And obviously he's also a roid user, just like
I think not sold is an understatement.
Yeah.
You haven't got me to roll out the bed to go to the store yet.
Mm-hmm. He improved from this last fight, because before his fight before this one, the dude was gassing all over the place. He didn't look too good. But at least this way, he seemed like he paced himself a lot better and learned that he actually has a jab. It actually was setting up his power shots, actually, but he's still
boring as fuck.
Wait, whoa. A 6'6" guy that doesn't have a jab? What? How do you not learn a jab? That should be the first thing you learn. The heck?
One of them was just champion, so be cool.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? But he did work. Like I said, he wasn't spectacular all the time, but he did all things at least at the minimum to at least try to break down his opponent and then eventually get him.
Dude, he did that at the last fucking look. He could have got that guy out of there, damn, in the 9th round, 10th round at the latest.
Yeah, I'm just not sold on Yoka at all.
Yeah, he would have sold me a little more if he would have got that guy out there sooner.
Yeah,
I would have done.
I watched the fight, and needless to say, corny joke coming, Yoka laid an egg.
Yeah, facts. And it's crazy me saying that on a stoppage, but he could have fought so much better.
Yeah, there is such thing as getting a knockout and still looking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is, and but like I said, and he only has to.
It's rare, but it happens.
Dude, he's had 10 fights, and I forgot how old he is. Though. I don't know. Obviously he spent some years out because he got busted with the PEDs and stuff like that, or he wouldn't take the test when he was asked to, and then he got suspended, I believe. So I mean, he's 28 right now. Like he has time, but not. I mean, he's still in his actual prime. He has time to actually get things moving. But yeah, he's gonna need to improve rapidly because if they decide to throw this dude in with, someone like someone on his level, like maybe a B level right now, he might actually lose.
Ain't too many B levels at heavyweight. It's like you got C levels and then like A level.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I guess what Joseph Parker, I guess.
And it's not. I mean, he's fought Dimitrenko, he's fought Duhaupas, he's fought Christian Hammer, so he's fought enough.
He ready for a top 10.
Yeah. Because like you can't milk his type of competition forever. And the dude he was facing, like I was surprised. I was told LB, I was like, yo, this dude used to be a cruiserweight. Like dude's 6'6". What the hell is he doing being a cruiserweight?
Yeah, dude's big, but it's like he's one of those guys. He admires his work too much. Like he kind of feels like he thinks he boxes better than what he does. Mm-hmm. He's a better puncher than he's given credit for, but he doesn't throw enough punches sometimes. Like I saw dude fight with Craig Kennedy, and that was a pretty good fight. Like he had some scraps at cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. But it's like crazy. Like I know if he would have got pressed more, he would have probably traded more. But it was so slow and methodical. It's like,
and most likely
he was uninspired to fight back.
it was either that. It was either that or dude was trying to conserve his stamina.
I don't know. Maybe he's been the distance before. Like,
yeah, no, but remember that Christian Hammer fight? Like he was gassing. Like
I thought you was talking about his opponent.
Oh no, not his opponent. Yeah. About Yoka.
Yeah, Yoka was like, he was trying to conserve everything. Like it was almost worse than damn Groves Eubank.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like, damn, you don't trust yourself that much? Shit.
His opponent, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might have just been his style of fighting. That he just, that's how he was fighting. Either he was wearing a drowning blade, or he was just trying. Or trying to keep himself. I mean, something. He was something. Either stamina.
Wait, hold on. Joshua Oda came through with a job off versus Yoka.
Honestly, that would actually be
a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Damn good fight.
I mean, I think they could probably make it. I mean, Jabba's now he's with Top Rank, and he's been out of the ring.
Jabba knocks his ass out.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, Jabba has his flaws though, but I don't think Yoka can take Jabba's power.
Yoka. The only way Yoka beats him if he bores him to death.
Yeah,
and it's like dude he gets lulled in and then just gets quietly, soundly outboxed. And then he wakes up late in the fight like, oh shit, hold on, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Oh man, but yeah, you know what? That's a good fight. Fuck it, I don't want to see nothing else but that. Like, that's my suggestion. Shout out to Joshua O. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
Ring Gang super fan, so
absolutely.
I mean, y'all could close it out now. I'm good.
So we have final thoughts of the night. Before we get up out of here, P, man, do you have any final thoughts, bruh?
All right, let me get my final thoughts out before I eat this Cherry Garcia.
Hey.
Hold on, whoa! You got Red Cash at your house? Who over there with you? Like, who? You got Samuel Vargas? Who else there?
Oh shit!
You about to eat
entire camp is there.
Food. Hold on, Brandon Rio's there then.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I mean, you already know what the vibe is. It is Ring Gang all day, every day, twice on Sundays, and it's still Sunday, so twice on Sundays. You already know where to find us. ringgangradio.com, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know the vibes. Got the cartoon part 3 coming soon. We got some more dope content coming soon. You know what I'm saying? We got some excellent boxing coming up this weekend or next weekend, whatever you want to call it. But you know what I'm saying? Just let's keep at it. Let's keep rocking with boxing. And hopefully boxing will rock with us.
Absolutely, yeah. And hopefully we should be hitting a good streak of boxing from now
Yeah.
well into April. You know, obviously probably maybe well into May too. So yeah, you know, hopefully we need a spectacular end. You know,
I think we get a break in April, but we got fights signed up till May.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
And then I'm sure now that, for better or for worse, everything is opening up in a lot of states. Super spreader stuff. We'll get another rollout coming.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Right now, LB has another Andre fight in his area, you know, coming down there. But at least the Andre fight is actually good for Andre.
Yes, it's good for Andre standards. Let's not get carried away, folks. When we start calling this a good Andre fight, people gonna be like, well, shit, you don't want him to. What, Charlo fight's a mega fight. The Canelo fight is like super mega fight. Like, come on. But you're right. Like, we do. Shit is opening up, man. But man, I heard downtown Florida. My goodness, I heard there's more motherfuckers out there now than it was pre-COVID. Like, I heard it's super thick. So man, people out here, like, man, people don't give a fuck. So
Yeah,
just
no, they
stay
don't.
masked up. You'll catch something by just waving at a motherfucker, like.
Oh snap! You know. So LB, man, do you have any final thoughts outside of what you just said?
Nah, shout outs to the rest of the squad. So, you know, it's 8 of us. So 4 of us here already. So shout outs to Big Ron, Clanarchy, the Sample Genius, RTDZ, and Prolific Genius 1. You know how I do. We gonna have the cartoon coming soon. Just more big shit on the way. Episode 3. Got a little spin-off coming soon. Odd Ninja Media. Shout out to my man Black Drew. Got that comic coming soon. Gonna have that interview coming soon. Oh, I'm sorry, the comic out. My bad, y'all hit up Odd Ninja Media for that. You know. So and y'all just follow me, Sword Wars Shuttleworth. Got that I'm be putting up some new artwork, boxing artwork up this week. So y'all check that out. I got I ain't color it yet. Be black and white. You know that Broner fight. You know, might bust out some more later on.
Yes, sir.
Don't know what I'm feeling like. Might get the Ring City. I might draw Brandon Adams like that KO knockout for that Ring City was nice. Like,
it was.
So, you know, I like show love to everybody. I don't want from like, damn, he just be stargazing. Bro, will you finally draw Broner again after he win a fight? They're like, okay, I got you. I'll draw everybody else. I got you.
Oh, that's what it is, yo. And PJ, man, last but not least, obviously, any final thoughts?
If anything, that the majority of this whole episode is a PSA. Please use your jab. It is a punch. It does a lot for you. There's a reason why your coaches yell at you about a day one. So please keep using your jab. Believe in your jab, and let it help you, not the other way around.
Yeah, and not only not use a jab, but also learn how to not get hit by one. And it's not really I'm not saying this
one step at a time, Pat. One step at a time.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're at like really, really beginner level because I mean my coach is beyond getting at me for the jab. He's getting at me for lazy jabs and not doubling and tripling up. But okay, we got to stick to the beginners. So
Nah. You know what? Fuck that. Sorry to interject. Pat's right.
yeah, but it's just more or less.
Avoiding the jab is just as important. Like, honestly, if you're learning to jab, you should be learning to slip it at the same time. That's real shit. Like, both have to be supernatural. Like, I gotta agree
I'm
with Pat
catching
with
it.
this.
Yeah, and the reason why I said though, it's because obviously because I was watching UFC last night. You know, I was watching the Stylebender try to do his thing, you know, against the Polish cat. And I was talking to PJ about this. I was like, yo, these cats are getting hit with each other's jabs like it's nobody's business. Like, You know, it was like, yo, someone should. I mean, stand up is stand up, but if you're gonna develop as defense stand up, you gotta not learn to get hit with punches like that, not with jabs. So that's just more or less. So it's not really on boxing. It's just more or less. It's just from watching UFC. Is like a jab is a good punch, but don't get hit by them.
Yeah, because I mean, I ain't even see the UFC fight, and I'm already thinking about the Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably.
So and if you getting murdered with a jab that slow, like
it's a 2x4 flying at you every time.
Yeah, and get dropped and almost lose your eye over a jab, then clearly something went horribly wrong.
Yeah, either move your head or use your hands. Like, because honestly, I block the jab more than move my head now, which I shouldn't get into that bad habit, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you come down here, we'll have you moving your head off that jab.
Anyway, I'll just finish up here. Don't forget, me, LB, eye test episode will be coming out. I don't know, at some point.
Now you must claim it, my brother.
Speaking into existence.
Episode next week.
Hey, wait, what?
You must put it out in the universe.
Put it out into the universe so it comes to existence, my brother. Let me get my beam patch ready. Anyway, that's all.
Oh man, I mean, obviously for me, all I gotta say is, I have a prediction, narration video coming. I'm working on for Chocolatito Estrada 2. That'll be out later in the week, and trying to get this article started. I did get it started, at least, thank goodness. So I'm gonna try to get that going, and then also just to watch out, obviously, for our podcast tomorrow, which we'll talk about the Chocolatito Estrada 2 fight, preview it, and at some point during the week we'll also talk about, we'll hit you with a Rose Retro review, hopefully, and then definitely we'll talk about Coming to America 2, for sure.
Oh Lord!
Honestly,
if y'all was mad at me for the Shields podcast,
you might get mad at us about. Me and LB have talked about it, and I know P's probably. I don't know if he's watched it yet.
Not yet, but soon. Very, very soon.
And PJ, honestly, you might want to watch this too, bro. You might have some thoughts about it as well.
I'll see what I can do to make sure I'll get a hold of it.
Well, I can help you get a hold of it, bro. So that's not a problem. Ring gang knows how to get where we need to get at times. So.
Cool. Let me know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it, man. So for myself, Pascal, baby.
One more thing that I don't even I gotta say this.
Oh, speak on it, brother.
I'm fucking tired of niggas randomly on Twitter saying, recommend a good fight or an underrated fight. My boxing fix, I still need a good fight. Forgotten fade articles, goddammit. RingGangRadio.com. Go to articles. Forgotten fades. There's a fucking library of fucking articles directing you to fucking awesome fights from history. Go watch on YouTube. My fucking Daily Gorilla fight.
Yes, sir.
So please,
Definitely.
declutter the timeline on Twitter with that question. Especially if you follow me.
Yeah, we definitely. I definitely, try to
Re-answering your shit like Minority Report.
Yeah, and believe me,
You know you're gonna be bored, nigga.
I got more in store for Forgotten Fate. So yeah.
Thank you. I'm done.
So for myself, Pascal Peter, the New England representative, for LB Shuttle with the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, PJ, coach, ref, the man with hands by design. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.